I just keep stuffing up. Oh, this is why production's talking in different languages to me. I just can't focus. Can we get into this game, please?
We are going to get into it. Save CJ. Everybody hashtag save the CJ. Oh my God, and save the game too. We start off with a double miss.
Oh dear, here we go. Let's get into it though. Mock with a fantastic save. And as we said, this is the matchup. Him Police, perfect opportunity. The double elimination has allowed them to have 2 cracks at top 3 teams. It's going to get them more reps against these best teams in the region. And, well, you know, by the weight of numbers, you know, if there are a 25% chance to win every series against these teams, Yummy, eventually, surely, they're going to be able to win one.
You say that, but the thing with Rocket League is that these small differences make such a huge gap, you know? There's a reason that they keep... Like, they losing 4-1 despite being in a really close series. And that's because it's just a slight edge that these top teams are getting. There's an opening. Oh, my God. No way.
Oh, no. The double miss. The scrub banana head combo just barrels it off the post and Pioneers. Well, the first open net was bad enough. The second 2 was just ridiculous.
This is unbelievable scenes in the Oceanic region. All 3 players missed at the end, but I don't know. I don't know. I just don't know.
I think that both Banana Head and Scrub were going to score it, but both of them at the same time just meant it pinched off the side post. And, well, Pioneers, I mean, they've had all the attacks so far, but we saw this yesterday as well, Yummy, with this team against Power as well. It just wasn't quite coming off for them with a few of these moments.
Their powers combined, they were able to miss an unmissable goal. But, you know, let's look back a little bit to yesterday as well. And we saw 2 players on this pitch stand out. Hunter might have been MVP of the day, especially for his lower bracket performance. But over at the other end, Shaw's also had a fantastic day. He finally kind of got back to that Shaw's of old that we expected maybe to become that next level player. He finally performed, and we may see those 2 players go head to head here.
Hunter as well. I mean, for me, we talk about these roles with Pioneers, you know, the offense, the midfield, the defense, and I feel like Hunter likes that role, but I don't really like it for the team. You know, I like him being the offensive man, but I think he needs a little bit of help. He needs help from Scrub to please put the ball in the back of the net.
Just anybody put it in the goal. Hunter is trying his little tiny legs out. His 15-year-old arms are getting tired and weary for setting up all these goals. Nothing's going in.
It makes me look so smart. As I said, Hunter, he needs a little bit of support on the offensive end. He's scoring 4 goals a game yesterday, but it's not quite working here. Here's the open net. There it is. Surely Banana Head puts it away. Pioneers, well, Yummy, they could be 4-0 up, but
yeah,
I mean, they'll take you.
It just goes to show KCP never missed 4 shots in a row.
No. Well, I think they might have, but there's certainly been opportunities galore here for the Pioneers. They finally open it up, and it is Banana Head to get the job done. It wasn't Hunter, and, well, Him Police, we're trying to pump their tyres up a little bit, Yummy, but this has been really, it's just been all one-way traffic.
That's kind of the beauty of playing the law of averages as well, is that KCP, despite having some issues with their execution at the end, have made themselves so many opportunities that by percentage, some of them are going to go in.
Well, they're certainly increasing the open net percentages here because Hunter does find it underneath Misty as well. It's a smart shot. Misty sort of pre-jump, trying to block a few more angles, but Hunter going for the ground grubber into the bottom corner does get that one away. Him Police have had no attack at all. That could have been a kickoff goal. Maybe it is down the other end. Shaw's pre-flips out of the way and would make the save. As I said, Him Police, they've really had no attack. Misty again, it's just flip around the ball. Banana Head gave it to him, but there's just no offense here for Him Police.
I think what's impressive here, at least about Hunter, is that even though it's RLCS, even though it's the lower bracket and elimination is on the line, he's thinking a lot about those touches in the offensive half, whether he goes for an immediate shot, whether he, as you say, it hits it underneath the player and tries to mind game them. But a free goal for Misty going around the corner. Mock finds the setup.
Yeah, Scrub just a little bit too crept there. Banana Head gets beat for free, and Hunter expecting the quicker shot from Misty. Misty just, I guess, biding his time, putting it in behind. And, well, Him Police out of nowhere. It seems like one attack, one goal. The kickoffs have been ridiculous. I'm not sure what's going on. Hunter gets an opportunity to dunk both of the Him Police members, but it is Pioneers getting the early advantage, and the fake underneath. Banana Head doing what Misty did down the other end.
Been multiple of these ones, and Banana Head just soft touch to the backboard, faked out the first, late play to fake out the second, and well, we thought Him Police were in with a chance, but doesn't seem so.
Yes, it was a nice finish there, and it wasn't a mechanical goal, if you will, from Banana Head, but he certainly played his time well and just picked the right option.
That's a pinch and a half.
That was absolutely stomped down the other end, but it's not going to work out there for Him Police with 20 seconds left. And Pioneers, well, they've really come out of the gate swinging. This is 3-1, but make no mistake, this could have been 10-1, but it might be 3-2 because Him Police, they've got a chance.
Where was this earlier? Misty faking the double, gets a ground pass across. Shores was waiting up there. That's brilliant.
Sensational three-man play here from Him Police. It took them 4.5 minutes to come online, but when they really did come online in a big way. And now with 10 seconds left, let's see what's going on here. Hunter's just getting pogoed around the field. 5 seconds. What can Him Police do? Misty throws it downfield. Is there a redirect? Oh, Banana Head's there. Shores flies up. Mock's awkward, out of position. Misty's not there. Hunter double touch hits the ground. Pioneers, well, they've won by 1 goal. They could have won by 6. But in the end, maybe it's a story of Him Police waking up.
I do love that. After just talking about the brilliance of Him Police, Shores goes to cut the ball away from his own teammate to stop them having a chance to get to the other end. But Pioneers, again, the law of numbers, able to get on attack so many times. Hunter, once again, having a great game to set up a lot of those goals, to create a lot of the openings. And I don't expect, CJ, that this will be the same in the next game. I think it's an early morning, unlikely for teams who have had a warm-up. Surely they're warmed up by now.
Yeah, if there was ever a warm-up game, and I know some teams use it as an excuse, game number 1, if you lose no matter what, it's like, oh, it's a warm-up. No, the Him Police came out just like they didn't want to play Rocket League, but, well, both teams. Pioneers didn't want to score either. So, I mean, it was certainly an interesting one there, but yeah, Him Police certainly warmed up towards the end of that series. They only had 3 shots, putting away 2 of them, so not quite an offense, but they had a few nice plays towards the end. Pioneers started to score goals, which was good from them because they couldn't do that earlier on. And both teams now, I'm expecting a better performance. That was, I don't want to say shambolic, but it was certainly entertaining.
Well, hopefully for Him Police, they kind of figure out their defense a little bit here. We're kind of looking back at KCP yesterday and looking at them being a very defensive team, but they've kept the pressure on. They've forced Him Police onto the back foot for a lot of this, and that's, especially if you're not warmed up, the area where you're going to panic the most.
They forced them on the back foot early here as well. Straight off the kickoff stream. Banana Head forcing the issue. Does get the play. Misty's on the backboard. Let's get a huge read as well. Him Police, they have to start better than they did last game. The double touch could help, but they're a little bit awkward here, Him Police. Banana Head with 100 boost. Flicks it over to Scrub. Mock just pre-jumps the pass. Gets it away.
Oh, he pre-jumped the earlier touch and was able to adjust in time for the pass, so he's done well there to keep them out, and this is mostly what Him Police have looked to do. They're trying to intercept the plays, the forward plays coming out from KCP. If KCP do recognize that, then some more cross-field plays are probably going to be successful.
It's been Mock a couple of times in the midfield to really shut down those plays. Maybe the 1-2-3 Shores in net just sits deep, and he's able to read that, let them sort of play it back and forth to each other in the midfield to not too much, not a very dangerous play in the end, but well defended by Shores.
It's good to see the ground passes coming out from both these teams too. They've been able to create some much quicker offenses. Shots haven't been quite as on form as we would have liked if they need to score early on in this game, but it does keep that opening up for either of teams to score the first goal.
Mock, no boost to work with. Hunter now off the ceiling. He's going to be able to get another one. Perhaps the pass over the top of Shores. It just had enough leather on it. And Banana Head redirects it in the net.
Banana Head waiting and willing trusting in Hunter to get the extra touch over the defender. First goal, much cleaner coming out from KCP.
Yeah, Hunter being the facilitator there, not just the solo play scorer, sending it over to Banana Head, getting him involved in the game. We want to see that offense. Jake was talking about just Banana Head being a little bit maybe too defensive so far this regional, and we'll get him on the board early. That'll work wonders for his confidence.
This kid is something special. Hunter, 15 years old. And it's just felt like it's taken a little bit of time for him to cook. He finally came big in the second and third event of last split after having some time, 2 splits under his belt. But it's felt like he's consistently been good now. And there's not a lot of players that you can say that about, that are just consistently on top.
Well, Scrub is the Mr. Consistency for this team, and well, he's showing a little bit of flair here. Just goes the toe poke from the sidewall and slots it into the top corner. Misty not ready at all for the power, the precision on that one. And Scrub doing it all himself here. Pioneers second.
A precise first touch and a 2-goal lead now for KCP. They are not just running towards that lower bracket final, but really seeming to crush the competition at the moment, halfway through this game, and they're still looking for more.
Yeah, it's looking like a pretty standard sort of game here. Mox in big trouble. Last man had to commit the 50-50. Misty with the save. Shaw's bails him out as well. They're fighting on, but Hunter flip reset. Misty does get the save.
You look at it coming. You see the first touch against the roof. You know he's going to get that flip reset. A few players in OC to score a double flip reset, and he did that last split. The chance, but shut down by Scrub. First man, Misty going for the bump, but once again, Hunter, who is just absolutely over the top of them, shuts it down in the midfield.
Him Police having to backtrack as well. Hunter, this could be an opportunity. Misty's backflipped. He's thrown the ball to Mock. It's worked out in the end for him Police, but well, there's danger signs here. They're in trouble. They're out of position. Misty again makes a huge touch. Shorts with the 50-50. Hunter misses the ball, but Scrub bails him out.
First big mistake coming out from Hunter, but Scrub has not made a single mistake so far. It's a beautiful 50 over to Banana Head. He's just so in control.
Positioning 101 from Banana Head, just finding himself in the midfield. Shaw's was too slow to that one. Banana Head gets demoed for the road, but the ball's in the back of the net.
Man, the Scrub not bringing out the insane mechanics. These are all goals that CJ could score, but, well, what are you saying you couldn't?
Oh, well, I think I could probably score a couple of them.
But the brains. The brain. Right. He's got the brains.
The IQ.
He's had the 50s. He's had the control. He hasn't made mistakes. He's shut down so much in this defensive half. And, you know, I think Scrub often gets under-talked about just because he's not so flashy with the game, but he's so important for this KCP roster.
So many teams are overcomplicating Rocket League as well, Yummy. It's simply a case of beating, 3 players. 1, 2, 3, and you're in on net. And some people try to go for the triple flip reset, the insane mechanical plays. But unfortunately, Yummy, we're not all Zen. Some of us have to do it the hard way. Well, Scrub's finding other avenues here. It's been some fantastic placement, the precision, and those 50-50s that can be the difference.
Been doing work for Scrub and for KCP, and that's why they haven't conceded a goal. A lot of this game as well has seen the Himpley scrambling. They're getting caught out by not just the challengers, but some of the smart touches that are getting behind their defenders. Here's a chance for Shores, though. Fakes underneath. Beautiful from Shores to get one on the road.
Fantastic play, but it feels like a story of game one, Yummy. They started this a little bit too late. Perhaps Pioneers taking the foot off the gas a little bit. Shores gets a beautiful fake in that solo play, but with 20 seconds left, is it too little too late?
It almost certainly is, but at least it's the sign that we might get the same Shores that we did yesterday, the Shores that can just absolutely obliterate defenses and take control of the series himself. You still have to contend with how Hunter and Scrub have been playing so far in this series, but maybe that first sign of life for him, please.
I don't want to be that guy though, Yummy, but we saw that in game number 1. I thought we were going to see it in game number 2, but it was a repetition. Him Police went back into their shells. They were just on defense for 4 minutes of that game. Pioneers putting away 3 in the meantime, and Well, Him Police, they found a little bit at the end, but again, it just felt like a repeat of game one. We can't have that happen again. You're going 3-0 down, you're facing a sweep, you have to reverse sweep one of the best teams in the region.
Well, it did feel like Pioneers stepped up for that second game. I mean, it was pretty hard not to be honest, but we saw this yesterday. Him Police went down those 2 games in the lower bracket. They called the timeout like they have right now, and then they managed to win 4 in a row. So they know how to adapt, they know how to adjust, and they know how to use the timeout wisely. But are they able to do that against a top 3 team?
Yeah, that was against Merge. I think that's a completely different ball game. But it is a similar story where Him Police, clearly, they're not playing to their best. I know that we're all predicting Pioneers. We're expecting them to get the job done, but there's no offense right now for Him Police. We're expecting to see Mock get a little bit more aggressive. Look for those redirects. He's the guy that's downfield stealing your boost when they should be in defense, but we're not really seeing that. You know, Shaw's is sort of playing his usual defensive role. Misty hasn't come online yet at all, and Mock's, well, we're not really calling his name too much. So Him Police have to start firing up here.
Mock and Scrub are kind of in that same spot. You know, you don't talk too much about Mock, but he should be getting up to the ball really fast, opening up gaps, getting demos, stealing boost, as you say, and creating so much room for Shaw's and for Misty to make their plays. And I think he's been incredibly quiet. I think that's where they're actually going to go, because this is what the same thing that happened yesterday. They were quiet, they were slow, and then they just sped things up, and Mock got really involved. Misty started cutting a lot more, and that was the difference. They kind of changed the pace of play and put the onus on their opponents.
And speaking to Shaw's yesterday, him saying they just need to be a little bit more composed. I think perhaps in the Ground Zero series, that is what cost them. But I think in this one, we're seeing too much composure. You know, they're sitting in net. They're not exactly making these glaring mistakes, but just by weight of numbers, if you're going to concede 10 shots to Pioneers, they'll score a couple of them. So they need to find a way to push forward themselves and get a little bit more aggressive. It's not the composure that will win them this series.
Well, it's not, they're not even had the chance to show off any level of composure because they're getting dominated so much in that defensive half. They've conceded so many goals, it hasn't even stayed close. Unlike that Ground Zero series that had every game going the distance overtime, 1-goal game. So I have to see, what have they changed up? Are they going to play a lot faster? Are they going to keep them pinned in the other end?
I'd love to see just a few more challenges out of nowhere. That midfield game coming in. Shaw's playing a little bit more aggressive. This is what we're starting to see now. And if they can just start beating Pioneers to the ball a few times, it just might put a bit of doubt in Pioneers' head to have the confidence to always go. Mock finding himself awkward, but he does get away with it. Scrub off the stealing pass down. Hunter blocked out. That's beautiful from Mock.
Yeah, we were critical of Banana Head yesterday, but he just for being too defensive, too passive. But today it's really felt like he's trusting his teammates. He's playing off their touches, and it's led to him cutting so many plays, turning a play that's a clear into a pass, and it's making it very difficult for the Him Police to build some pressure, build any kind of siege, steal away the boost that they like to do.
And he's looking comfortable. Look at the way he's finding his teammates. It was to Scrub in defense, and then Hunter almost with the bump to come through. The shot on net. Misty's in big trouble. Blocked out. Banana Head couldn't get the follow-up. Him Police again with these demos, these plays coming out. It just feels like it's inevitable, Yummy, that they're going to concede just with the defensive way they're playing and how susceptible they look in defense.
It does feel inevitable, but one credit over to the Him Police is they've been very good at adjusting mid-flight to make sure that they are getting some form of touch, shutting down a play, and Misty with a pass. It's off the post. Mock just has to keep it to the ground to stop the counter-attack.
Oh, Shaw's just couldn't get around the ball. That was a perfect play from Misty. Beats you on the sidewall. The pop over the last man, but the shot just didn't come in for Him Police. If you're going to get limited opportunities on net, you have to make the most of those ones.
They were so smart with a lot of those passes. They were generating so much threat there, and yet it doesn't matter if you're trying too hard to hit it top corner and you don't get it in. You need to find some way to get it past that defense on the final shot.
Huge beat out. Shot comes in. Misty goes for the slot. Banana Head again. Who else in defense for Pioneers? Him Police with the perfect opportunity. It was Mock in midfield, outpacing the Pioneers, but again, the shot goes wide and Him Police have to defend again.
Frustrating game for him, Police. They finally do get the banger shot, but I think because they'd been saved out so many times before, they'd missed out so many times before, it was a safer shot right towards Banana Head, so he was able to make that save.
Now, the demo's coming out here, Police. They want this first goal. Mock going to get the demo. The bump play, the huge save. Scrub dodges the demo and still gets a piece of the ball.
This guy, Scrub, has been having a phenomenal series. All three of them getting involved in the defense. Now it's Banana Head's turn again after Scrub gets the double demo. They're still stuck a little bit in their own half. Him Police are keeping them at least to the test, and Misty will have another chance to get on the attack.
Banana Head, though, has got other ideas, puts it forward. Shores does get a beautiful touch. He's going to have a little bit of time to follow it up. The second touch wasn't great. Ooh. Does miss the ball as well. Mock's there. Scrub gets the 50-50. Hunter might be able to turn downfield and put a shot on net, but Mock pounces on it. Him Police, they're controlling. They're winning more of these 50-50 duels.
Yeah, that's exactly what they've looked to do. Is the challenges have been so much better coming out from Him Police. Remember back to game 2 where every single 50 was going in favor. What a bump. Can Mock get back in time? It's just going to slowly roll in.
The slowest goal we've seen all weekend, and it's coming here in one of the lower finals. The Scrub just gets found out last man. Shores clips him, and that's enough there. Mock can't get back, and sorry, it was the other way around. It was Shores just getting clipped, and well, the goal out of nowhere. Him Police had all the offense coming. The demos, the plays, but they don't get the reward on the scoreboard.
It was such a perfectly timed bump too on the third man just as they're coming in. Mock thought, okay, this is a free ball, it's going the other way, and that's why he was just a little bit too slow to get back. KCP showing that they have multiple avenues of attack.
They can't afford to go 3-0 down here, Him Police. They have to make something happen here. 30 seconds left. Misty needs to turn, put a shot on net. Hunt's is there for the block. Mock's in midfield. He hasn't left the midfield the whole game.
Mock not getting involved enough, but Shores been stellar so far. Just needs a little bit of support here. 10 seconds left, their last chance. Will they go up against match point? This is a massive miss, but nobody was ready. Shores, even though there was only 10 seconds left, he was still playing defensive.
They just didn't believe. 1 second on the clock, and Pioneers kill the ball. You betcha. Banana Head puts it on the ground. Pioneers move on to match point, series points. And the Him Police, well, that was their game to win. 7 shots to 5. Could not find it once in the back of the net. Pioneers hold on defensively again.
First time for Him Police to have more than 3 shots in a single game, and yet just couldn't find the accuracy, while Pioneers, they're able to constantly get bumps, get disruptions, and get that one goal. That's all they seem to need to take out the game.
Oh, that's devastating there for the Him Police. As you said, they've already called the timeout. That's gone. They're done. They needed to win that game to get back into this series. Now, we have seen a few best-of-7 reverse sweeps in our time against me. But anyway, it's pretty hard to do. Once you go 3-0 down, I mean, your backs are against the wall. And in this series, I know Him Police could have won that game, but Pioneers have been dominant throughout the entirety of this series. It is a massive mountain to climb now for the Him Police.
Just the way it's been playing, the way that KCP have dominated, the way that Scrub has been so controlling, Banana Head's looking a lot better than he was yesterday. Hunter's not doing too much compared to how he was yesterday and earlier on in the series. And that's almost a good sign for KCP that he's not having to take control. I think it's going to take something special for Him Police. I think it's going to take all 3 members to level up here if they want to get a best-of-7 reverse sweep.
And Pioneers aren't really doing that much, flashy work. You spoke about Scrub, just going for the simple plays, the bumps, the 50-50s, just finding each other. You compare it to how Power were playing before in that Ground Zero series. It's a different ball game, but they're just getting the job done. It's workmanlike right here.
I love that. I love a team who's not, just winning because they have these 1 or 2 fantastic plays, or have a player popping off. And, if you could play a workman style, if you can really take control of a series, then it's going to be much more consistent to always perform at that level.
this is what a coach, you know, formal's all about the coaches. This is what a coach wants, you know what I mean? They're always watching the infield. They're sending someone there in the midfield to cut out those passes, cut out those plays. And, you know, they're just ticking all the boxes, back post, front post, who's watching this, who's watching that. Pioneers have done it all game long, and that's why they're barely conceding in this series.
Yeah, I got to experience coaching Chauset at peak, and you know, it was awesome having games where, you know, it felt really easy because he would just literally do everything. But those series where the team controlled it, where it didn't need that, and you still were able to win, those are always the most satisfying as well.
I think they'll be very happy so far, Pioneers, but the job's not done yet. 3-0 up. If they can build a bit of momentum here, the Him Police, anything is possible. No timeouts left, even if they, well, I guess they won't if they start. If they're winning, they're not going to call a timeout. So they didn't get it this series. Did they get it, or this game rather, but are they able to change it up a little bit? They just couldn't find the net. Can Shores get a double touch? No. It's blocked out by Scrub, but Him Police are still pressing, trying to find that opening.
It's still a lot better from the Him Police. They're able to get up to these balls. Shores has missed it though, which has just completely shut down their chance. Another miss coming out, and that's completely counter to what Him Police can afford, because they want to keep KCP stuck in. Every miss is a problem, but out of nowhere, Shores comes through to score the goal.
Well, after saying Pioneers have just ticked every box, the back post third man wasn't ticked by Hunter, just not reading the beat that was coming through, perhaps expecting the 50-50 from some Pioneers teammates there. And, well, it is Shores to just find that opening out of nowhere. The first goal where Pioneers have just let it open. Maybe another one. Misty gets blocked out. A huge save there in net by Scrub. That could have been 2-0.
Mock was aiming for that left side as well, hoping just to sneak it in, but unfortunately ends up missing. But you can just kind of see a complete turnaround for the Him Police. Just the amount of pressure they've been able to put on at the beginning of game number 4. It's almost leading to some of these mistakes from KCP now that they're stuck a bit more in defense.
Oh, big trouble. How is that saved out? Mox just pinches it off the side post, crossbar, side post, back off the crossbar. I'm not sure what happened there, but that could have been Pioneer's goal. Perhaps Scrub can make something work off the stealing. 2 members of the Him Police on the backboard. Hunter keeps the ball, but Misty's there for the read. And, well, the Him Police get out of jail. They're still in the lead right here.
KCP, though, have upped the pace. This is giving them some more chances at the other end. Hunter wanted to go himself, even though he had Banana Head in support for a potential pass into center. A miss again from Scrub. Mr. Consistency having a few issues in game 4.
He was just going for that no jump sort of pinch, the one that's very satisfying, but you have to be centimetre, millimetre perfect to hit it. Mock double touch, that's going to be open. Scrub's in big trouble in net. Flip breaks that Misty. Shot goes wide. The follow-up, he can't get it either.
It feels like they're just trying to overextend, get the best shot possible. And in the end, it's what caused it to go up against the crossbar. Him Police could have had a real stealer right there, but Misty gets another chance to redemption. It's not going to happen as Shores now with the shot goes high as well, and the KCP defense up to the task.
That had to be on net from Shores. It was a perfect opportunity. He could have placed it anywhere, but sort of went for a double touch in 2 minds. Didn't quite get the takeoff that he wanted, and well, Him Police, they could be 2-0 up here, but Pioneers still have a chance with a minute on the clock. Anything's possible here. Can they get the sweep?
Ooh, Scrub was looking for the bump. A little bit of miscommunication coming out from KCP, but they are going to stay in the defensive half. Hunter getting the flip reset. It's over to Scrub. Still saved out, but Banana Head's going to keep it in. 47 seconds left.
Misty doing huge work here. Now going for the low 50. They're low on boost here. Shaw's getting a huge beat out, but he's going to go wide. Banana Head clean-up crew. 35 seconds. Pioneers have to get it down the other end. Maybe a 3-man pass play. Flip reset. Scrub underneath. Shaw's huge save.
Couldn't get the follow-up touch, Scrub, but it is in a good position now for Him Police to keep control of the game, to keep this 1-goal lead. 20 seconds. They may be able to find the first game to get themselves back into the series.
Banana Head has time. Flick over the top. Is there a follow-up? Scrub can't get to the demo either. Hunter's there. Circles the pitch. Off the ceiling. Double touch. Fake over to Scrub. Saved out by Shores. 5 seconds left. They're flailing around. The shot on net. It got his wide hook with a huge save. Follow-up. Scrub. 1 second left and Pioneers do tie it up.
So many shots, so many saves, but you can't keep saving everything, and Scrub coming left to right says good night. 1 second left, and the hopes and dreams of Him Police have been snatched away.
Well, they've done it. How do Him Police respond? The double kickoff training here with 1 second left. We've got overtime. Pioneers looking for a sweep. They want to saw their way into a lower final against Ground Zero, but well, Him Police, if they're going to have any sort of life in this tournament, it has to be right here, right now.
For a team like Him Police who are trying to push it to that very top, this could be the worst possible way, the most frustrating way to lose the series. They've just managed to hold on right now, but it almost feels inevitable that KCP can take that goal.
Yeah, they're starting to capitulate here in defense. Him Police, the touches, they're getting a little bit wonky. Shores misses at Banana Head, almost with a solo play. He's going to stay in the air to try and help out Mock, but Mock just doesn't get the touch he needs. Scrub now, solo play. Shores is in net, 50-50. This is dangerous. Where's the follow-up? Hunter just not quite in line with an opportunity there.
Their third man had run all the way back. It expressed for that
Great
back
pass.
boost. Now it's a back pass as well. The 1-2 over to Banana Head, finds the flip reset, but it wasn't fast enough.
Shores with composure in net is going to be able to get that one out, and maybe Pioneers have bitten off a little bit more than they can chew here, unless Hunter can make something work. Double flip reset pass over to Banana Head. Too many touches.
He's been trying to go too solo. Hunter hasn't trusted in Banana Head to receive the pass. Still a chance though on the attacking side. Scrub looks for it. There was a bump attempt, a redirect attempt as well. Misty clears it straight to Hunter, looking for the backboard. Scrub circling. Demo from Banana Head may even open up some extra space.
Pioneers looking so dangerous now. They've stepped up the tempo, stepped up the pace, and for Him Police, they're not responding too well so far. Shores gets a huge touch. Beat out. That's just got to go in. The pinch. Banana Head secures the sweep for Pioneers.
It was a matter of time. The amount of touches that were hit by KCP in this defensive half, the way that they were able to steal the boost away, and they've taken a game that was rightfully Him Police's, snatched it away, and 4-0'd to the lower bracket final.
Pioneers find their way, and wow, it just felt like maybe it could have been a series. We could go to game 5, game 6, but the 1 second heroics there from Scrub does mean that Pioneers get the sweep. They get the flawless result so far on Championship Sunday, and they get that all-important momentum, Yummy, moving on into that lower final.
Important for KCP. They've looked a little bit rough, but this was a series where after at least the first game, they started to look a lot more on form, get Banana Head a lot more involved. Scrub had an overall really fantastic series as well. So good signs for a last grand final rematch up against Ground Zero.
This is exciting. The grudge match, as we knew and loved, came to know and love last split, is back here in the first regional of the spring split. And, well, it felt like this was inevitable. You know, Jake's talking about a boring tournament, Yummy. We're getting our top 3 teams in the final 3. It's just about who's going to join power in that final, and can we potentially see bracket resets today?
It's good that we have a confirmed big 3 in OCE, especially because there is 2 slots. So one of those big 3 teams, is gonna fall short at some point at the end of this split. But it's good to have power back in the mix, because last split it was just 2 teams, so it was kind of obvious who was going to go to the major.
And then last split, it was just Ground Zero coming out of the gate swinging. Power weren't a factor. So it's exciting to finally have them back in there. And, well, Pioneers, we saw a workmanlike performance there. I think they're going to need to step it up but they need to go levels. They're at level 3. They're in 3rd gear. They need to step it up to 5th and 6th. We'll find out if they can do that after this break.